Okay, thank you.
My name is Alana Walls, and I have the pleasure of serving as the Director of Curriculum at the new Moyer Academy. And in my role, I get to provide service to my favorite people, the young people. And my job is to make sure that they are fully prepared to enter into the world of work and be successful in whatever career they choose. They're going to be not just eligible, but ready for college so that they can succeed and graduate with honors. We are making sure that the curriculum is properly aligned with the Common Core standards, which is really just saying that we need to do the best teaching possible and make sure that our students don't have to ask, when am I going to use this? What is the purpose of this? We don't want them to have to ask, because we're going to show them up front how what they're learning applies beyond the four walls of the classroom, how it applies to the real world, and open their eyes to various career opportunities. And just as Ms. Beebe said, I have one goal. And I've been talking about my one goal all day long. And my one goal is to make sure that we produce the most positive, the most powerful, and the most productive 21st century learners and global citizens, catalysts for change that you would have ever seen. There may be some misconceptions about what a young person can do who is coming from Wilmington, just because of their zip code, the color of their skin, how much money their parents might have, if there's a mother and a father in the home, whatever it may be. But we're about to change what those statistics say, and we are going to prove to the world that the best and the brightest are coming out of Moyer Academy, because we are going to produce top-notch, like she said, worldwide leading scholars.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Fantastic. We do, support Moyer Academy, and I think that, it's made tremendous progress. And I would just say this too, and I hope it doesn't, come out the wrong way, but I'd like to congratulate the visionaries who decided to open up Moyer Academy. With Reverend Maurice Moyer. I think that Theo and those who had that vision to open up that school deserves a lot of credit. And so I think, I want to give a special shout out to Theo and any of the other individuals who helped to open up that school. Because it's open, it's going to stay open, it will not close. And great things are happening there. And so, progress starts from whatever year it opened to where it is now. And that you have to look at it that way. And that's included Bancroft when I was the principal. Things you have to work on. It's not going to happen overnight. It takes years to make a legendary school and to leave a legend of information that children will understand. And to me, the best-selling card for any school are the children. They're your ambassadors. So I know you were saying a lot of events you're planning. My wife came up with, she wrote a program. It's called Student Ambassadors. And we've utilized it in Red Clay. And we also did that downstate with Mr. Martin, who was a principal downstate, and she wrote that too, along with him. But children sell the program. They bring in hundreds of parents if you let them. And Juanita, you might want to speak on that, because for the last 2 years, you've had hundreds and hundreds of parents that come and have dinner with her. And she takes those children who are ambassadors, we call them student ambassadors. And why don't you speak on that?
Well, basically, what the purpose of the program is letting the students be the ambassadors. That's number one, they're ambassadors of their missions, what it is that they hope to accomplish, and what their dreams are. And then also they're ambassadors to the home. I know in the educational community, those who are educators, there's so much change that's taking place. And often it's hard, especially when you sit in that teaching spot, and I know I sat in that spot for a period of 40 years, and as I got in that 39th and 40th year, they were going through the educational reform movement, and there were a lot of changes that were being made down at the state, and so trying to balance a lot of that information that was brought to the table, it can be very challenging for teachers. And so therefore, we're giving the students an opportunity to let them be the ambassadors to the home, and let them begin to tell the parents of what it's like to be a student and what the challenges they face themselves in school. And it's nice to see that as we work with, and we've been working with middle school people, youngsters, that as they develop a little pledge for their group, the very thing that they said in their pledge, because we know that statistics and research tells us that parents are very active in elementary school. But then as they get in middle and high school, they're not there. But the very thing the students said in the last line of their pledge is that parents, we want you by our side. So even though research shows that the parents are there, and then a lot of times students begin to shy away, their comment lets you know that they still need parents. And that the parent is an important part as they move from elementary to middle school, and most importantly in high school, because that's where I spent most of my career, at the high school level. There's so many new things, and young people need to understand what's happening, what's taking place. There's a lot of fear, they're not certain, especially as they get closer to that senior year. What am I going to do? How am I going, what place will I have in this world? And so they need to have that comfort coming from the home, that support coming from the home. You know, someone that they can turn to know that yes, they're there in their mission of trying and quest to find out answers, that they are not alone. And it's good to have, you know, that educational staff also, giving them the hope to begin to accomplish the dreams that lay, you know, in their heart, the things that they want to do. So we're thankful for you, for Moyer, because there is an area of need that you are meeting, because our population that we serve is quite diverse, and you are there to meet the needs of a certain population. And it's good to see that here you are out here, and it's summer, and it's on a Sunday evening, but you're here as a part of your mission, realizing that it is your scholars that you're concerned about. So your president is that's a testimony to that, to that fact, and that you've been here all day to let the viewing audience, to get them to be, so that they're knowledgeable, because parents need that knowledge. They need to know that about the changes, because children are being educated much different from how the parents were educated. So it's good that they see you, they see the faces now, and now they know, and you have also welcomed them by saying, come, come see. And that's good. Breaking down those barriers, and that is so important in education, to remove those barriers just by your comments, just by your presence. So I commend all of you for what you're doing, because like I said, it's summertime, and most of the times the doors are closed to schools, and people are off on vacation. And
think about the children.
And not thinking about the children. But here we see you are here thinking about your scholars. So I thank you for that.
I think you all would have been, even if it wasn't a newspaper article, because it's time for school to get ready open. And you have to sell the program. And so, sometimes negative things bring about positive things.
That's right.
And so that's something that's good. And so for any parents, and particularly the viewing audience parents, we want you to know that Moyer is a great school. You talk about busing, and you don't want your kids bused all over Newcastle County. Well, you have a high school. It's right there on 16th Street, and you need to take a look at it. You need to get involved, and more importantly, come over and meet the staff, meet the principal. And I'm telling you, there are great things happening in that building. I know that for a fact. I'm a witness to what I've had to see all year. And so I think it's really going to be something for you to take the time to come to the open house tomorrow night and to see the school.
What time is the open house? What time is it?
Yep, so